Yeah, I've been out of the loop for about 5 days now, but here's what I think I've come up with as my final deal of what I'm doing in the market. So I found something else on that CM Slingshot. So first of all, the CM Slingshot is the raw options I'm doing, calls or puts. And that can bounce around, and that's the 15 minutes. The more um, the more set thing I'm doing is the once a month with the 2 hour, and that seems to be pretty much as normal as rain. That is happening once a month, and I've back tested it, and that seems to be my gold standard of what I'm going to be falling back on. And I'll explain that to you later, but let me show you what I came up with the CM real fast. Alright, so let's go over here. Here's the 15 minutes, here's the SPY. Now, see this gap? I found something. Alright, here's the CM line. See, it's green here, and then it's red here. I'm not talking about the smoke, I'm talking about the line. Okay? I could take advantage of this gap. If I notice when see the CM smoke coming down here, when it passes the horizontal line and starts coming back elliptically the other way. So here's the horizontal line back and forth. So when it's red and it passes and starts going the other way, like up, instead of just generally down, when it makes that curve, and as soon as you see the CM line change colors, these two put together mean get in, which means I no longer have to wait for the smoke, because look how delayed that is. We missed that big jump. But right here, if I see that, the CM curved up past the horizontal and now going the other way, plus the CM line already changed color, I would have gotten in about right here, and I would have been in on this like jump up on that morning. Now let's go backwards and see if we can catch any more of those. Okay, so we see right up here, the CM suddenly went, instead of just generally going up, it suddenly curved past the horizontal and elliptically all of a sudden it went down. And we see the CM line is now red, so we could have gotten in there. But you could see that there was a sudden jump. I don't like that. I don't like getting in on sudden jumps. Since this is early, I probably would have waited until I got the actual smoke and then jumped in. If I see on this early warning thing I'm talking about, with the CM curving suddenly going the other way off the horizontal, and it changes color, then I still miss it with the jump, well screw it, I'll just wait for the actual color change. Alright, let's go back over here. Now my computer's working a little slowly because I'm using the recording software, so give me a second for it to render the scroll. Okay. Now let's look at this example. So the CM's coming down. For the first time it breaks the elliptic horizontal, and now it's coming up. Okay, and we get the green line. Has to be both. So if we got in here, we would have done okay, because by over here it's jumped up. Okay, and again, our options, I'm gonna have to look at that. Our options are about about 2 option days away, so maybe about 3-4 days. And I'm in at $1.50, about 8 expiration, 5-6 expiration dates out of the money at about $1.50. So yeah, this is a nice jump. This one not so much. This is about 1.5 times, but those other ones were like 3 times. So let's go back more this way. Okay, so we could see that the smoke's been going up, but across the horizontal, elliptical started coming down this way, and we got a red CM line. So we would have gotten in here, and we would have done pretty nicely, 2-3 times. All right, let's go back. One more. Come on. Come on, computer. Let's go. Scroll with me. Okay. Now, let's see. Did that actually start going up? No, not yet. Okay, so we can see here's the bend. All of a sudden the CM went up. I'm talking the smoke, okay? CM went up, and all of a sudden there's a green line here. However, there's a jump. Well, if there's a jump, I'm just going to wait for the regular time to get in, which would be over here. And then I'll take advantage of that and get out about right here. About 2 to 3 times the money. And let's go back more. Let's go back more. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be testing to see if I could get in a little earlier before the next color of smoke pops. By looking at that bend in the previous smoke, and also now CM color change on this line right here. Now right here, nothing really happened because it's kind of flat, so I would just wait and just get in here. So that's what I'm doing with the 15 minute. That should be pretty lucrative. But I'm going to go back to my main, which is over here. The 2 hour with this kind of setup, and where I'm like waiting for the DMI line to cross under 20. Okay, so right here, you wait for the spike. You check: is it under 20? Yes. Is it going in the right direction? Yeah, it's starting to go down again. Okay, it's starting to go down. So you get it. Every time this happens and you get a strong under 20 and it's going the right way, it's about 3 times. Okay, it happens about once a month. Alright, so let's see what happened the time before that. Wait for this to scroll. Alright, time before that, let's check this. Alright, here's another one. Okay. It's on the way up. It's below 20. Here's the green spike. We like it that it's going this way, but not too far near the top. It still has room to go up. So we get in here. And that's about 1.5 times. Sort of flats out here, and we exit. Okay? And that was actually 2 times a month, but the real big ones are like once a month. So we're now in May. Let's see. Is this one? There's a spike. Nope. We're above the 20 line. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back some more, still above the 20 line. And come on, computer. Alright, so right here, we have a red spike. It's below the 20 line. Here's the 20 line up here. So this is below the 20 line, and this is in the right position down here. This is on its way down. So boom, about 3 times the money. I mean, look at this. It's going from like about 440 down to 409. Or if you got out here because you saw this stuff, you'd still be at 3 times. Yeah, about 3 times the money. And yeah, this is happening once a month, almost without fail. And the 2 hour chart is pretty solid with this, man. It's pretty solid. Let's look what kind of gains you can possibly make. 3 times the money, starting with $125. Now, this suddenly gets pretty nuts, and I had to recheck the math 3 times because, I couldn't believe what I was seeing when this starts to really get down here. But this math is right. If you start with a 2 hour chart with $125, and you get times 3 at each time. Now, there's a couple things here. Number one, this is assuming that you're just going to be like, F it, man, and you're just going to go 100% in, but again, compounding it 3 times, not taking a dime out. You're just rolling with this for the year, okay? And it's assuming that this works 3 times every month, but again, through back testing, it looks like it really does well with this. So, you start with only $125, and man, at the end of the year, you're at $7,381,125. So I checked. This is 3 times each time. 3 times. I mean, look, yeah, that's about right. That's right. That's 3 times that, and that's $3,000 times 3 is 10, times 3 is 30, times 3 that's 90, and basically $100,000, just shy of $100,000 times 3, it's that. These numbers are all right. And it's really, finding something that works and just, be very methodical about it and sticking in there. And that's kind of numbers I'm looking at. So again, what am I doing? I'm looking at, get down here. I'm looking at this chart that I showed you earlier with the 2 hour, okay? And that's my long-termer, and that's the results I just showed you right here, okay? That's my rock, okay? And while I do that, I could be a little nuts with the short term, okay? And each one, I start with about 150 bucks. 150 for the long-termer, that's more solid and more accurate. And then at the same time, I could play with 150 bucks with this 15-minute where things are a little more crazy. So just want to let you know what I'm up to, and thanks for watching.